Jump to the next question. What is USCIS's policy on duplicate H1B registrations? How has USCIS been enforcing this?
So that's another $1 million question, because as we know, duplicate registrations is a thing. So duplicate registrations is when the one person, like Bob, registers several times for, it could be either the same company or different companies. So now in the situation of same company, that is not allowed. Duplicate, one company cannot register for the same person more than once. But on the other hand, Bob can register his application through several companies, through XYZ companies, provided, and this is the caveat, provided that there's no collusion between companies XYZ to get to collusion to allow Bob to get a higher chance of getting picked in the lottery by colluding together and filing several registrations. So basically XYZ colluded together and said, okay, let's all file registrations for Bob so that he has a better chances of getting it in the lottery. So if there's any collusion, then that is not allowed. But if there is no relationship between XYZ or there was no collusion between XYZ to give Bob a better chance of getting accepted in the lottery, then that is allowed. So with reference to what is USCIS doing with reference to finding out whether there's a collusion or not, or trying to figure that out, or sending out RFEs. Last year, before that, there really not much was done. We didn't see much effort on the part of USCIS to kind of hamper down these duplicate registrations filed on collusion. But in the recent past, so last year we've seen quite a few notice of intent to revokes and notice of intent to deny. These are cases that have already been approved in the CAP, and then they send out a notice of intent to deny or revoke. And basically what they're saying in those notices is that we've seen that these three companies, and your company included, that you have all filed H1-B petition for Bob, and therefore we think that there is collusion, and please respond, otherwise we will deny the petition. So in some instances there is collusion, of course, we know that, and the easiest way for them to find a relationship is to see if there is an actual relationship between the companies, say they're sister concerns. Say, one company is owned by the husband and the other company is owned by the wife. Or say the companies have a same address, that they're sharing office space. Or say there is another type of relationship. Say one company is the vendor and the other, and the other company is the client, or the other company is the employer. So there's a vendor-employer type relationship. And that's very easy to see in some of these instances. Because, when you provide a vendor letter, the person who signs it may be the same as the person who is the owner of, one of the companies. So it's easy to see collusion. They do some detective work, and they're able to produce, these NOIRs and NOIDs. But in some instances, it may be that your beneficiary did file through other companies because they're allowed to do that. And it may be that there's no collusion. And USCIS did send an RFE saying that, XYZ company, and looks like 20% of the people filed by XYZ companies are the same. So we believe there's collusion. Otherwise, it's too much of a coincidence. But this is possible even without collusion, and there is a way of responding to these RFEs. And I'm saying it's possible because, companies use the same recruiters. Those recruiters could be, sitting in Hyderabad or in Mumbai, and these recruiters give you the same set of resumes. And it's possible that these different companies are using the same set of resumes and are then selecting and hiring or sending out employment offers to the same employees. And that's why there is a common pool of beneficiaries that is by being registered by all of them. So this is something that maybe USCIS hasn't thought of, but this is the way of responding to an RFE or an NOIR if there is no real collusion. If you think that you really don't know who, if you're X company and you don't really know who Y and Z companies are, then this is the possibility that you can look into.
Okay, good to know.